Hey guys, what's happening? This morning I'm going to take a look at my Akai reel-to-reel deck. It is a model 1730-SS. I got it on eBay probably, God, 11 years ago. Yeah, about 11 years ago, I'd say. About 2010 when I started getting into quadraphonic sound. And the reason I got it was because, it's going to sound ridiculous, it's because of this. I'll show you. Unfortunately, some of my quad tapes got some flood damage. I saved them because I'm really, especially this one is a relatively rare recording. It is the UK version of Dark Side of the Moon. So I bought this reel. I actually don't know where my take-up reel is. I'm sure I got my take-up reel around somewhere. But this actually got damaged during moving 6 years ago. I was very pissed off at the time. But the end of the spindles are broken. Both of them. And parts show up on eBay every now and again, but they're relatively expensive, and I honestly don't even have my Sansui hooked up for quad right now. But I do plan on eventually setting it up like that again for the occasions where I feel like listening to it in quad. That being said, am I on? It is on. Duh. Everything still works on it. There's your play. I don't remember it being loud like that when I have it on 7.5 IPS. You can adjust your recording level just like any tape deck, whether it be cassette, open reel. I always loved it. When I was playing a quad tape, I used to love watching these VU meters. It's got the typical Akai surround stereo logo on it. It's your capstan, your pinch roller. Pause, all it does is moves the pinch roller to the side, so it's not up, the tape ain't up against the capstan. Take a look at the back. Yeah, see what I mean? The tips broke off. Like I said, I was really upset and pissed off at the time, but hey, it's one of those things. What are you gonna do? It's got a cooling fan built right into it. There's the original owner's social. I always thought that was pretty cool. It's a shame they didn't put like a purchase date on there. Okay, you can change it for US or I think Europe. Yeah, there it is. There's his social again. Your front and rear in and outs. I remember how nice this thing sounded too. Like if you copied a CD or a good vinyl to reel to reel and play it back. I used to use the QS encoder on the the decoder, the QS synthesizer decoder on the Sansui to simulate quad sound. And like I said, and mostly I just copied my Q8 tapes to reel to preserve them. As I said, at one point I had Techniques RS-858 US, and I had the Akai 1730 SS reel to reel, which is still here. And I also had an Akai CR80D-SS Quad 8-track deck too, but the Techniques, in my opinion, blew it out of the water. The Akai just never really sounded as good as they hyped it up to be, and it didn't record very good. It might have just been a freaking head heighten, or maybe an azimuth adjustment, but I really don't know much about it. But these are all Q8 tape transfers, so I played them on my Techniques, recorded them with this, and used that Sansui, even back then, was the brains of my main system. I love that receiver. But yeah, that UK Q8 transfer that I bought, I think it was some guy in North Carolina, I believe. I forget what I paid for it. I think I just paid the price for the reel. Even if I knew, I wouldn't say his name. This is actually before I really got into Steely Dan. I'd actually really love to play this back now. I like the song Showbiz Kids. That's why I got that tape. But yeah, that was a blue GRT cart. Yeah, look at that. July 1st, 2011. And that is 21. I had all 3 Aerosmith tapes in quad. And I recorded these on... Oh, wow, I did record them on 3 3/4. Wonder why I didn't use 7.5. I guess a Q8 is a source. It really doesn't matter. That's for one of the 8 tracks I made. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know I had that yet. Yeah, see, this is the Toys in the Attic one. What a freaking shame, man. June 20th, 2010. That was freaking 11 years ago. I have no reason to believe the tapes won't play, but I would probably clean them up before I throw them into the machine. It's on this one. That's depressing. I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for not copying a whole entire tape of these 8 tracks, but honestly, I didn't really have enough blank reels, and I didn't have a good job back then. I was making $10 an hour, and these things were expensive. Probably still are. I haven't looked them up in a long time. April 20th, 2010. I know what I was doing back then when I was 20 years old on April 20th. And listening to this music. The Doors, the Guess Who, Jethro Tull. Yeah, I had the Aqualung Q8 and the War Child Q8. The Doors' Greatest Hits. Cat Stevens' Teaser and the Fire Cat. Good times. I don't know what was up with that. Goo Goo Dolls, Space Oddity. I know it's Space Oddity and Major Tom by Peter Schilling. Fastball Away. Owl City Fireflies. You know, I always hated that song, but the sound effects on it when you have it in quad mode were actually pretty sick. I am not a pop music fan at all by any means. I went through a big alternative phase, so you know, especially back then. So this is when I record. Like I said, this is nostalgic as hell for me right now, looking back on some of this. And these were some of the songs that decoded pretty good and sounded nice in surround stereo. Oh, here's a blank reel. $6. At least that one didn't get damaged. And here's a Scotch that was $10. But yeah, like I said, it's not the you know, the biggest collection of quad material. There's the counter. Yeah, it doesn't reset to 0. Oh, there it goes. Now I got it. But yeah, it's not in terrible shape other than that. Well, that's all she wrote for that for now, guys. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you think. And if anyone knows a better source to get these hubs, feel free to say something. Let me know. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you.